Okay, so it is Tuesday, 3:48 p.m. It's Tuesday because last video I included yesterday, which is Monday of this week, because I was lazy and didn't edit on time. Anyway, I know I said that I wanted to try to do other videos because this is boring as shit. Like, this is boring for me to edit, but that'll be a process. I need to think of things to do first. But until then, I kind of do like documenting this stuff. It's just that it feels like a waste of time in some ways because I like why am I editing it if it's just documentation? I don't know. I want to try to do more creative stuff eventually, but of course, I don't know how realistic that is with classes and practice and whatnot. I also did notice while editing yesterday that the camera quality on my phone is like a million times better than my laptop. I mean, who's surprised by that? It's like a laptop webcam, but it's so much harder to get the footage onto my laptop. So I don't really have an excuse other than being lazy, but I'm lazy. So I also don't have a tripod, so that's an issue. I think I showed it in the first video, my moving in video, that like my setups are always just like stacks of books and like paper towel rolls and stuff like that. So we'll figure something out. I look grainy as all hell right now, and I know if I was doing it on my camera, it'd look better, but whatever. The only thing noteworthy that's really happened since the last time I filmed is like my interactions with the mail guy. TLDR, he's just like a cool guy. I mean, all the staff here is really nice. Like ridiculously nice for having to deal with college kids all the time. Like I know if I was in their position, I wouldn't be able to do that to be a decent person. But he's like so funny, and he knows me by name now. Because I get packages so damn often. I feel like a little bad about it. Like I'm conflicted because it is his job. He wouldn't have anything to do if nobody got packages, but he wouldn't have anything to do if nobody got packages. You know what I mean? Like then he'd just be getting paid to like chill, which would be fun, but yeah, half the time I don't even know what I'm getting. Like I got a package today and I had no idea what it was. Cause sometimes my mom sends me stuff. So like I don't know what it is personally. Like, and I can't check my accounts to see if something like, something shipped. But if you were curious, it was, 2 7-ounce, containers of instant coffee. So now I got a lot of instant coffee. And I know I have the drip coffee thing, but instant coffee is just, for later in the day when I'm too tired to make another cup of drip coffee. Yeah, but back the mail guy, yeah, he knows me by name, and then today he called me Doobs, which was cute. It was like a nickname from my last name. Yeah, he's a pretty cool guy. I want to write him a thank you note. But don't tell him I said this. I don't know his name. I'm fairly certain I know what it is from like an email that introduced him like as a new member of the faculty, but I don't want to like it's not that clear is the underlying issue. So I'm not 100% sure that's his name, and I don't want to go through writing a whole letter and it be the wrong name and I hand it to him and he's like, who the fuck is it for? So I need to figure that out. I was mentally preparing myself to ask him today when I picked up my package, but then I I was stout. So I know I have some other packages coming. I ordered some stamps so that I can mail letters to my family and stuff. So stuff like that, I'll probably try to ask next time. And then I'll write him a thank you note. So yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Before I launch into this story, it is Wednesday, 6:12 p.m. Oh my god. Practice was a nightmare today. The rowers had a 2K test today. So we started at the rec center. They did their pieces on the ergs. And it's a lot closer than the boathouse. So I snoozed my alarm like an idiot, just like an utter idiot. And I didn't like set a new one. I was just like, I'll just close my eyes for a little bit and then I'll get ready. And then I slept until 5:50. And so I came late to practice 5 minutes. People were like, oh my God, is everything okay? Like, and I'm like, no, everything's fine. I just slept in. And I felt like bad. And I don't know if that was the intent, like to like, I don't know. I don't know. So I came late to practice and I felt kind of bad about that. Just because that was completely avoidable. I was just being a complete idiot. Things were okay, right? They did their tests. I took down their scores. And then we all walked to the boathouse. Some people drove if they had cars, took bikes if they had their bikes. I didn't have my bike at the time because I like just ran. And I took the nicer 8. I took like usually I get shoved into the boat called the Papadakis. It's like an older boat. I guess it's not as nice. I mean, I really wouldn't know the difference, but the rowers hate being in it just because it just doesn't feel right to them, I guess. But they put me in the nicer one, and we're just trying to do our chill cool down, and I fucking hit something. I have no idea what it was. Nobody knows because, like, in my defense, there was nothing that we could see in the water. It was below the water, like, there was nothing sticking out that I would be like, oh, gotta avoid that. And it was in an area that I go past every morning at practice. Like, it was on the side of the shore that I'm always on. It's down a part of the river we always go on. It wasn't even like at the beginning or end of the river. It was just smack in the middle. And there's just this thud. And then we just full stop because everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? And then the coach, who thank God was like near us at the time, she was like, what was that noise? And like this, like, oh my God. She was just like, Maya, reach underneath the boat if you can feel the skeg. Like, is there anything there? And like, it was like hanging by a thread, and I touched something that was the skeg, and it just came straight off. And I was like, and then we had to get the boat home, and it was a mess. It was such a mess because obviously it is. Then we didn't have a skeg, and so we were like going like this across the river. We almost ran into other boats. I almost ran into a double. I'm so sorry to them. But I was just like so distracted. And then like the cherry on top was that we were just in completely random lineups. So there were people that like I'm low-key intimidated by just because they're upperclassmen and stuff. And they were in my boat for the first time. And this was their impression of me. That's their first time in my boat and hearing I know, like, in the long run, it's not a huge deal. Like, they did tell me from the start, you know, when they were giving me warnings, like, first time in my boat, like, they're like, oh, you need to be careful, any damages, you're responsible for it. But the skeg, if that falls off, is not a huge deal, because that can easily be replaced. Like, I don't know how easily is, but it's better than a hole in the boat, I guess, so isn't even the boat I normally take. Oh. The girl who normally coxes that boat, I wonder if she's gonna be mad at me. What a nightmare. I've been talking about this for 5 minutes. It's been a little while since I filmed, and I have a call in 4 minutes, but I wanted to get something done really quick for tonight, just in case I forgot. Because I might have a sleepover with some people in my building. Yeah, one of the girls that I hang out with a lot, she lives in my building, so we might just have a sleepover because we can. Because we can't get other people into our building right now, so because COVID regulations and whatever. So that means I won't be able to film later tonight. But I had a race today. We raced Princeton. And it was a mess because I'm in the 3V, right? And Princeton didn't have a 3V, so we raced their 2V, and who would have fucking guessed we lost? I guess, considering the odds we had of winning, we didn't do that bad, but we still lost by like, I think they said it was 40 seconds on an individual level. How did I mess up saying that? I don't think we did that bad. We did pretty good, and they were all saying that they felt like they stayed motivated through the whole time. They were all pulling really hard. I didn't do that great. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't steer well. There were moments where I was just like, oh, what do I say? And that wasn't a problem last week for some reason. My mind just, this week has just been busy with school, really. I just had some midterms and stuff, and just like the middle of midterm projects, not officially midterm projects, but stuff like that. So I had a lot of that going on. Didn't get to do much. And I felt like I was on the run for like most of the week. Like run just meaning like going from one thing to the next. Even though I didn't even have like afternoon practice, I just felt so busy for some reason. But I don't know. I'll definitely try to do some sort of like summary clip for tomorrow. And yeah, see you then. So it's Sunday, it's 3:13 p.m. I'm a little sleepover. We stayed up till 5. So we didn't go out until like 1. We just went to the dining hall. And now I'm just vibing at home. I kind of am like at that stage, like when you spend too much consecutive time with someone where you're like, I just need to be alone for a little bit. So I'm just gonna chill at home for a while. Probably just have some instant ramen that I just bought from the grocery store. I also bought some more kimchi because I went through like a whole jar this week, which is ooh. I think just like every other week, this week has been uneventful. I've had nothing to say. I need to think of better video ideas, blah, blah, blah. I did do some test ideas this week, so hopefully next week the weekly video will be something different. But I'm excited for that to happen. I just still kind of need to work on some of the logistics and figuring out how to edit stuff. But I'm really looking forward to that. So should anybody start watching any of these videos, whether it's just one or maybe a couple, you'll have that to look forward to. So that has been week. What the fuck? What the fuck? It's like someone's like tapping on the wall. That's some creepy shit. Yeah, that has been week 4 on campus, and see you guys next week.